Coming to you live here from Can Tho, a city in southern Vietnam's Mekong Delta region, set on the southern bank of the Hao River. We're here today with the HomeStory Cup qualifiers for the Oceania / rest of Asia region. I'm, of course, Yakuzaku of ZvZ, and with me today is La Luchadora Red Bull que hace el Barcelona más brillante. Like, _ VIP. How we doing? Like?
What's up, Yaku? Honestly, I forgot that you even tell the people where we are coming from. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Yaku, it's been years since we've casted together. It's been so long. I know you've been busy.
Been 7 years.
You were but a babe the last time we casted, papi. I know you've been busy with your studies. You know, you're becoming an academic. You know, you're multiplying your brain cells. It's now
I'm becoming a functional member of society.
Oh, that's not. Calm down, buddy. But yeah, really exciting. So it's really cool to see you, you know, excelling there. But it's also great to see you finally back here for some StarCraft.
It is amazing to be back here with some Wednesday evening. No, wait, today's Monday. With some StarCraft for the Oceania region. Once again, I missed out quite a bit. I know that there was Insert Champs going on these past couple of weeks. I have not really been keeping up too much, but that's why I'm so excited to see how our players here are going to fare.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm really excited as well. Everyone, !B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves, because the bracket is fire right now. Both of our Australian Ducklings are going to be playing today. I say both of our Ducklings. Asher is not. Shaking my...
SMH my hedge, yeah.
SMH my hedge, mate. So Asher's not there, Ares isn't there, but the best of the best are there instead. We have Pez, we got Azure, Runamuck, Piglet, Zane, Risky, Demi, Oreo, and Starduck. So that's a lot of quality players.
Save the best for last. There we go.
Were you gonna say something? Oh god. But yeah, so we have some great matches ahead of us, and of course we did end up picking one of them with our boys, and it's a bit of a rematch. Yaku, do you remember this? Did we cast it together? The DreamHack qualifiers.
Yep.
Where Demi
I remember that very specifically in my head, yes.
Oh.
That did go down. Oreo was able to beat Demi. I think it was a 2-0, something like that.
Yep.
Very, very convincingly, but now Demi's looking for vengeance.
That's the thing, right? This was a couple of months ago in the DreamHack Atlanta qualifiers. Oreo, after not playing for months, came back and 2-0 Demi. And even Oreo was surprised. He was like, oh my god. And
how did that happen? Yeah,
it was really surprising. He came in as the underdog. That was the qualifier where Oreo went all the way to the qualifying match against NXZ, if you recall. So yeah, it's great to see them once again. And once again, Oreo hasn't been practicing too much StarCraft these past couple of months. Getting some deja vu.
Yeah, he hasn't, but if we're going off of history, that's probably a good sign.
Probably, yeah, there you go. He's gonna win.
There we go. He doesn't have to face NXZ.
Yeah, exactly. NXZ is not that. Oh, Ryan. Ryan is not there, so he doesn't have to worry about that as we're getting into our first matchup of the night. As a reminder, there is a double elimination bracket, so even if players don't make it through the first round or these rounds, they will have another chance.
Indeed. However, only one player can qualify from this entire event.
Only one. There are some big boy names here. A lot of the Pakistani players. Piglet as well, the previous ANZ champ, not the current, of course, as we did crown a new one. But here we go, Papi. Game 1.
And we are kicking it off on inside and out. We're in the top right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner. We have our red Zerg player coming down from the land of India. He, of course, is the shark patrolling that Zerg triangle. Representing Alpha X and going for a 12 pool, he is Demi.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside and Out, we have the Australian Zerg player representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Oreo. Oh, the beats! Oh my god!
He knows.
He knows, Papi. He goes for the 16 pool opener designed to hard counter these early pulls.
Yo.
Mate.
All right, that's it. We give them 1 point to Oreo already.
he's qualified, mate. He's done. He's
there we go.
Give this man a plane ticket and a passport. Oh my god. Of course it isn't over. Of course, a 12 pool is not all in, it is not committed, but Demi does actually go for a different variant of a 12 pool. We've seen him do this before. He's expanding, but before his hatchery, he gets a very fast gas.
Yeah, what do they call this build? The economic 12 pool. Really just trying to get Ling speed as quickly as possible while still, you know, being able to macro out of this.
Yeah, this is really scary because I believe we casted Demi do this in an OSC King of the Hill a while back. I think he beat Young Yakov with this. And this is scary because it looks like a 12 pool, which is normal and it isn't really too scary. Oreo's pulling the boys as well, just in case a couple of drones are pulled or something like that. But what is scary about this is that very unexpected in a couple of seconds or sooner rather than later, Link speed will finish up for Demi and that could catch Oreo off guard.
Yeah, and already, I feel like things are going pretty well for Demi here. The expansions are at around the same time, but of course he was able to force Oreo to pull all those drones off the line.
Yeah, Oreo did overreact quite a bit here to the 12 pool. So already Demi, he's catching up. Right now you can see the worker count is still in favor of Oreo, but you know, it's damage, it's inadvertent damage that he was able to deal, and this is the scary moment. He is prioritizing that Link speed. It is on the way.
Yeah, and he's pulled off of gas as well. No Banelings, but we're gonna have a whole ton of Lings flooding into Oreo's natural pretty soon.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm really curious to see when Demi does cut drones and when he starts flooding or just pumping nothing but Lings. We see Oreo playing it safe though, throws down a spine crawler.
He knows.
He has such a big brain. Because
He
Demi,
had foreseen it.
he has, and that time has come. He has cut drones.
Yeah, 12 Lings now on the way. He's pooling them all together. He doesn't want to trickle them in slowly but surely. He wants to just bash him with a full flood of Lings. Is he pulling the... Okay, no. He's transferring workers.
Yeah, he's pretending like he's droning. He's making it look like he's droning when really he doesn't have any workers at all. He's going for a massive Ling flood across the map. Oreo doesn't have any... Okay, he does have an overload here. He does spot everything coming. He's throwing down a second spine crawler. He just has to hold.
Yeah, he's pulled his drones away from natural and into the main base as well. The Queens are going to be doing a very good job of blocking off this ramp. No Banelings available for Oreo, but again, he just needs to hold.
Yeah, exactly. We do see that Demi has recognized that he's probably not going to be able to end the game. He has started droning. He does catch some of these morphing in Lings as well. So great trade so far from Demi. Oreo has to be very careful with these Queens. He cannot get them exposed and surrounded.
That he really can. Not that much energy on those Queens either, but slowly they're going to bank enough energy to eventually transfuse like so. Spine Crawler really doing what it can, but there's just so many Lings that it's possible for Demi to just take out the hatchery and eat the damage.
Yeah, but I love this. The second spine crawler is coming down towards the low ground as well. Oreo has held onto his hatchery and he has survived. Demi is going to try and catch up and he has exceeded that worker count, to be fair. But Oreo, I love that he's actually opted to go straight into this Rotorn, a hidden Rotorn at that.
Yeah, much safer option here for Oreo, and one that can really catch Demi off guard as well.
Oh, it really can. Demi is none the wiser right now. He's throwing down a Baneley nest, so Demi is getting ready for Ling Bane aggression. He's throwing down his own defensive spine crawler. He has his own wall up and running. Oreo has a Ling advantage right now, so if things go his way, he could even maybe get some drone kills.
He does, but the defensive advantage is in Demi's favor. I say that, but that's a lot of Lings of Demi that just got surrounded. Thankfully, he did buy enough time for the spine crawler to finish up, and he did bleed out enough of Oreo's Lings to survive and hold.
Oh, exactly. And Demi, he's forced to even make more Lings as well. These all could have been drones, so Oreo dealing even more damage that way. We do have a third hatchery being thrown down, and now we have that roach warren. No roaches in production yet, so we do have the gases on the way though. Oreo just needs a little bit more time to get into this tech. Has to be careful not to lose his Lings though.
Yeah, that's his sole source of map control right now. He is the player expanding. He needs to be able to make sure that Demi doesn't go across the map to follow those links and try to get a cancel. He does cancel Demi's start, though.
Oh, that was so close, actually. And he slips past the natural into the main base. He gets a full scout as well. He confirms, mate, you only have one gas. You don't have a Roach Horn. You don't have a Lair. You don't have any tech other than Ling Bane.
Yeah, pretty soon going to have an Evo Chamber, but what's that really going to do? Realistically, Oreo now has a couple of roaches, but not enough to really deter this force of Lings.
Oh, exactly. There we go. Forced to cancel as well. Great moves here from Demi. Now the roaches have been revealed. This isn't enough roaches to really push out across the map. Not yet. And that's why we have a Baneling Nest on the way as well. So Oreo can protect these roaches from being surrounded by Lings.
Yeah, we're getting into good old Roach Ling Bane versus Roach Ling Bane.
Oh, and this is an interesting choice. Oreo splits up his roaches in half. He does send some of them across the map, and he does end up baiting Demi here. He kept some at home.
Yo. These are slow roaches, so it is going to be a little bit difficult for Oreo to really get into that third base position. He turns around once he notices that Demi decides to commit to this attack. Not sure if that's the best choice here.
Yeah, we shall see as we see another surround, and that's another cancel in the third base of Oreo. Demi's third is getting up and running, and now this is where we have to look. Demi, he's droning right now, and this is dangerous because Oreo is going all in. He has not made a drone in quite some time. That third was a fake. If he got it, it would have only been for Larva because Oreo is sending everything across the map.
Yeah, there's still definitely a window of opportunity here for Oreo, but we've completely flipped the dynamic that we had in the start of the game on its head. Now Demi's the player who just needs to survive.
Yeah, exactly. Just needs to survive, and we'll see if he can. We do see a lot of Lings already going down here. The Roaches are pushing him forward. We have a Spine Crawler at the third, but that's just not going to help.
No, but maybe the Banes will. GG is called. Oreo had way too much for Demi to deal with and takes game number 1.
GG. Demi droning up a little bit too much, splitting up his forces between his natural and his third base. He was spread too thin. And Oreo, yeah, taking that first game. And I'm getting a little bit of deja vu from those DreamHack Atlanta qualifiers.
As am I. I see it so clearly, like.
Yeah, it's one of those things where even though Oreo hasn't had too much time to play recently, before this, he was grinding a lot with Ryan, with NXZ, and as a fellow Zerg player, they did work a lot on their ZvZ, so this is kind of the matchup that I feel like Oreo is probably the most comfortable in.
Yeah, I'm just taking a quick little look at the bracket here to see what a potential run for either of these players would look like. Okay, so Zayn is already seeded in the next round, so it's not going to be ZvZ all the way for either of these players, but man can dream.
A man can dream as, oh boy, we're going to be setting up here for the next game. Oh, it looks like they're just setting up their VPNs as we speak, as we are switching between servers here. And I'm really excited about the next round. And I wish we could somehow, like, clone ourselves, because the winner of this series goes up against Zayn.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
You're like,
that sounds dangerous.
2 Yakus? We already, oh my god, that's just not gonna work.
Who's the real one?
Ay. Oh god. Yeah, I was about to say that that's the winner of this series goes up against Zayn for a ZVP. Starduck just got a walkover, and he's going up against Risky in another ZVP.
We need a B stream here for the HomeStory Cup qualifiers.
We really do. I mean, we do have a B stream, you know, shout out to Rotterdam. Rotterdam is also covering some matches of his own. I don't know what exactly he is. I think he was casting Ranamuk versus Azure, actually, the TBT. So, you know, he's got his own series that he's in. But Starduck versus Risky really deserves to be casted.
That it really does. And you know what? It could now. Ranamuk we're getting the update here, did just beat Azure and will be waiting for his opponent in the next round.
Oh my god. That's surprising.
Yeah.
I am shocked. That's actually a really solid result. Ranamuk taking down Azure 2-0. That's insane.
Yeah, going into this, I was really keeping my eye on Azure. I think he really, especially in TBT, I think he really proved himself over the weekend. being able to take out Piglet and bring it all the way to the ace match. So I was looking at this and I thought, okay, Azure, he's gonna be waiting for a while once he beats Run Amok. But turns out that prediction was wrong entirely.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that prediction was entirely wrong, and I'm a little bit surprised. And we'll see what other shocking results we get today, because oh, there we go. We were looking for Risky as well, but it looks like we found it.
Yeah. It's using a alt account here. Coming in. It would have been hilarious if Starduck makes it to the qualifying match purely off of walkovers.
Very fitting.
It's not the case.
Yeah. But yeah, we do have confirmation. So if you want to cheer for our boy Starduck, he will be casted by Rotterdam. Starduck versus Risky, that is. We have our own Duckling here as we are continuing our own series. And yeah, what's important is that the important matches are being covered.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah? No bias.
No bias.
No bias.
Oh god, so we're just going to continue on here. It looks like the VPNs have been sorted, and map number 2 is going to be Data Under the Sea.
Gonna be here for a while.
Oh boy.
I doubt it, no. It's a ZvZ, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Demi Z. VC.
I don't think anyone wants a longer game, mate. Like, no one wants Roach versus Roach into like Lurker versus Lurker. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You'll be surprised.
That's true.
I've been talking to some people.
Oh, who have you been talking to? Oh my god.
I was about to reveal that. Anyway, we are going to be continuing our series now on Data Under the Sea. It feels so good to be able to say the actual name of the map now. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in that bottom left-hand corner, we have our red Zerg player coming out from the land of Brisbane. He is the king of Brisbane, next to NXZ, representing our very own team, the CranKy Ducklings. He is Oreo.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the Indian Zerg player himself, representing Alpha X. It is Demi.
This time, Oreo going for the pool first.
Yeah, I mean, he did go for the safety pool first last game as well, if you recall, but this time, Demi didn't take the bait. This time, Demi is not going for a 12 pool, so he will not be hard countered in any way.
Yeah. 6 links across the map, that's still pretty easy to deal with just drones, but even then, I doubt Oreo's going to be that aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. Especially because I'm sure his overlords right now are going to be looking for any kind of lings coming, and once he recognizes that there aren't too many, he can make a choice. He can either make 6 lings or only make a handful of them instead. With your 6 lings, you can go across the map and maybe get a drone kill. Demi's micro should be good enough to save his workers though, so we'll see how good the control is from both players.
Yeah, we wait with bated breath. We see these lings, they're about to pop, They're so close. Get ready!
Ha! And yeah, Oreo, he opts to make only 4 instead of 6, so recognizing that he doesn't really have to make too many lings right now, he's not under any kind of danger. This is just to scout and just to be a little bit annoying.
Yeah, worse. The least it can do is really just prevent Demi from sending out a scout of his own. Hello. I think I have the wrong logo spawn.
Are you looking at like the ESL logo?
Yeah.
For me, it's the Duckling. It's the CranKy Ducklings.
Oh, look at that Duckling.
Ah,
beautiful. It's like,
it's yellow and everything.
Yeah. It's got the beak.
Shaky, man. I was gonna say earlier when you were talking about cloning, it's like, maybe we already got Alex, okay? We already
We do.
There's gonna be more of them. Oh no.
We already have Alex and Warbuff, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's already too many, to be fair. We do see Demi being a little bit annoying here. What's interesting is that Oreo did keep his own links here at the watchtower. Now that he killed the scouting links of Demi, now is his cue to slip on in with his own and try and get into the main. Oh.
Yeah, early tech here would be a game changer right now for Demi. So Oreo just wants to confirm whether or not that's something that he is going for. Gets denied, but at the very least will confirm a third base.
Yeah, and Oreo, he's the one who's mixing things up right now. He's going into a very fast lair, I believe. Yes, he skipped Ling's speed to go for a lair and a Roach Warren, so he's going into some 2-base Roach play.
Immediately blocking this off. Being a bit more active this game.
Yeah, he's going to be definitely the aggressor here. He has a couple of options available to him. He can slowly expand from here, or he can go for a big timing.
There's a third option that I don't think he should consider because it's probably not a good option. But he could go for a... Not quite what I was going for, but yo, that's a Spire.
You're going to say Nidus, right?
Yeah.
That would have been the same choice, especially off of 3 gases, but there we go. The 4th gas is being taken right now. I love it. Oreo is selling a story. He does have an upgrade on the way, showing to Demi that he intends to get +1 range or an upgrade for a ground army when he is getting ready for anything but.
I knew this wall off felt a little too obvious.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll see if Demi can scout this. We do see the first Overlord slipping on in, and he's getting a piece of the puzzle. He scouts the lair, but as you were saying, I mean, it could be anything. Could even be Nidus.
Yeah, a couple of safety roaches are going to be popped out to, once again, just really sell the story to Demi, but also to try to prevent any of these lings from slipping in.
Exactly, the roaches are revealed here. Roach speed gets started as well, so again, now Demi, in his mind, he has to be thinking, okay, it's 2-base roach, 100%. There's no other way this is happening unless he's going for like a crazy mind game.
It's like, I need to build spine crawlers and get my own roaches, which, funnily enough, if you have enough roaches, this may actually pay off for Demi. I mean, Mutalisk tickle roaches.
Well, exactly.
But again, we'll see.
Oh, the changeling is slipping on in, and it looks like Demi gets the full scout off. Mutas are on the way. Oreo did actually cancel Roach speed, again, to try and sell that story, but Demi immediately starts Queens and Spores.
Yeah, the couple of these Mutalisks are going to finish up now for Oreo, so he's going to have to find some use for them, but it's not going to cripple the economy of Demi like he wanted to earlier.
Yeah, like, the Overlords are already turning around. We do see Demi getting a little bit supply blocked already, though, so we'll see how much more damage can be done here. The Queens are trying to respond in time, but they don't have enough energy for Transfuse. Ooh.
And this is definitely one way of utilizing a Mutalisk.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, this isn't too bad here, but the Mutalisk are going to respond. Yeah, there we go. Oreo does back off. Demi keeping this other Overlord alive. And thankfully, Oreo did finish +1 range, so he is transitioning into roaches.
Yeah, definitely a very safe 2-base Muta build here coming out from Oreo. There's no way Demi could just march across the map right now and try to take out this third base, but Demi still does have the tech advantage. He's the first player to get into Hydralisk. He will eventually be the first player to get into... Lurkers.
We'll see if we get that far, but yeah, Demi is going to have some anti-air of choices. He's going for Roach Hydra, which is not a bad composition at all, but against Roach Ravager, it's not ideal. I think Demi's just getting this tech just in case he is going up against Mass Muta, just in case Oreo did commit.
I still believe in the Lurker Dream. In the Lurker Turtle.
Oh no. That's the difference between you and Asher. Asher would not want to believe. He would be in denial, Papi. Get him out of here. Get these lunkers out of my face. Oh, God.
Well, I believe against my will.
Meanwhile, Demi just threatens to poke and prod, but he cannot do so because of these mutas. He has to go back to the safety of these queens. Meanwhile, Oreo, with all this map control, is going to be able to take a faster fourth.
Yeah, he's pretty much unhindered right now. The Overlords being kept back at home also means that Demi has no idea what the economic situation of Oreo is looking like. Nor the tech situation.
Oh, exactly. As one drone is going to be going down. How good is the target fire from Demi? It looks like he will not get a muta.
Yeah, I think one went down earlier to Spore Crawl. No, actually. It only looks like it went down.
Oreo has only lost 4 lings this entire game, so he's been very careful with his unit control. Very delicate dance here with these mutas, with these roaches. And Oreo, I think he is done droning. He has a little bit more larva. He has the upgrade advantage right now. We can see he's got 1-1, about to have 2-1, as opposed to the 2-0 of Demi.
Yeah, Demi perpetually playing catch-up here when it comes to the upgrades. And I was saying this light, but actually, Oreo is the player to get the lurker then first. We're getting into it.
There's a reason why he's my son, okay?
Because he listens, Bobby.
He does. He was my favorite for a long time for a reason,
Eric?
okay? Eric. Migs. Dicta, shaking my head. Patty Mac. But yes, the Lunker switch is on the horizon here for Oreo. He's maxed out right now, so he's going to be looking to try and trade here with his Roach Ravager Muta army. But as soon as he does trade, he will be switching into Lunkers.
Yeah, funnily enough, both Demi and Oreo are maxed out right now, so it's pretty much just a matter of who makes use of their army better and quicker.
Exactly, and we'll see who it's going to be as the Roach armies do collide. We do see Demi does have a couple of Hydras sprinkled in here and there. Mutas are going to be slipping in towards the natural base. So, actually finding some of these Overlords.
Yeah, supply capping Demi right now will be absolutely huge when they're both neck and neck when it comes to the supply and when they're both trying to reinforce as quickly as they can. A little bit of a pathing mistake here on Oreo's Roaches. Demi will get a quick little W. But that supply cap is still keeping him behind.
It really is, as more of these Overlords are being caught out by those mutas. Oreo is remaxing on Hydras, by the way, but Demi is pushing on forward again. Demi did have a little bit of a better engagement overall, but he won't have any reinforcements for a while, making 6 Overlords.
Yeah, now he's all the way in Oreo's territory, eating a couple of biles. Pretty soon, Oreo's also going to have Lurkers, which are probably the best defensive unit that Berserk has available to them.
Oh boy, yeah, they really are. And here we go. We do see Oreo pushing on forward. He knows he has this supply advantage right now. He's going to be able to chase this down. At the same time, Demi going for a bit of a counterattack just to make sure Oreo stays at home.
Yeah, splitting up his forces a little bit and being very effective in this harass, forcing Oreo to split up a couple of his own units. But it's no big deal for Oreo right now.
Yeah, exactly. Oreo's going to be able to clean this up, and now he can push out across. He did lose 6 workers in the end, which is a little bit substantial, but the Lunkers, puppy. The Lurkers are on the way. Do we have a hive? No, we do not. We have an infestation pit, but no hive yet.
Oh. Yeah, these are going to be vanilla Lurkers right now for Oreo. If he wants to keep up the attack, then he is on a timer. Demi already has the hive. He's already working on seismic spines. It's a very limited window right now where Oreo's going to have the opportunity.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a scary moment for Oreo. He's trying to bum rush up this ramp. He's trying to get on top of these Lurkers before they hatch, and it looks like he will.
Oh, yeah, nicely done. He's able to borrow a couple of his own Lurkers before they get biled down or taken out by the Roaches. He doesn't have too much of a buffer left on his Lurkers.
Ooh.
But it looks like he still has enough damage to keep this going.
Yeah, he's just parade pushing forward here with his Lurkers. Nice dodges on a lot of those biles as well, and he is taking a beautiful trade. Oh my god.
The Venn diagram of Lurkers, or rather the Venn diagram of Roaches that were on top of those Lurkers. Hydras are now popping off, and I think some of them actually have better range than I think they actually have better range than the vanilla Lurkers. So Demi's going to be able to clean this up, but not before losing his 4th base.
Exactly. Demi lost his 4th. We do have relatively even worker count, but Demi is struggling with the larva. He just plummeted in supply, and Oreo can remax faster. His army is going to be weaker overall because Demi does have those lurker upgrades. He even has +3 on the horizon as well. Like, this hive timing is really the only way that Demi can come back in this game. So he's not out of it yet, but look at the supply.
Yeah, the supply don't lie. He has the upgrade advantage. He has a better army, but is it going to be enough to overcome the army quantity difference that Oreo has? He's pushing in with Roaches and Hydras. He knows he doesn't need Lurkers here. to take out this third base.
Yeah, I think it would have been a mistake if Oreo had waited to morph in lurkers because he cannot give Demi more time. Right now, Oreo has to push on forward as fast as possible. He's going to be able to take down some of these spores. Does get forced back though, and Oreo is going straight into Vipers, a great counter to lurkers.
Yeah, Blinding Cloud or Yoinks. You can really take your pick of the Viper spell here. Either of them are going to be effective.
Exactly. Meanwhile, shout out to Oreo because he has avoided F2.
Yeah.
These mutas are still in the corner of the map as well. We do see Yami moving forward, but ooh, Oreo loses his detection immediately.
Yeah, he's not quite able to keep this push going. It is only one lurker, but Oreo doesn't know that.
Yeah, Oreo, he doesn't know, Papi, he doesn't know. He just needs a little bit more time here to get his detection up and running, to get his Vipers out. There we go, lurkers are on the way. This can be a very delicate army to control, and it is day to see, which means Demi, he has a pretty strong defender's advantage. A choke point here towards the north and a ramp towards the south.
Yeah, a choke point to the north, a choke point to the south, a ramp to the north, a ramp to the south, a ramp to the west. It's
Yeah.
like everywhere. This is day to see. But if he keeps this up too long, then eventually he's going to get starved out. 4 bases in a ZvZ, is that ideal, Light?
It's not ideal, but it is enough to max out, and Demi is looking to just turtle and max right now, and yeah, Oreo is still he's still playing catch up in those upgrades. So even though Oreo had like a massive window where he could have maybe ended the game, that window has now closed, and I think he has to respect this. That can change though with these Vipers.
Yeah, slowly trying to get forward. He needs to be very careful with these spore crawlers. Is able to yoink one lurker and get a blinding cloud on a couple of others, but not quite able still to press the advantage.
Ooh, gets another lurker for his troubles. These are great trades, especially because Demi doesn't have a lot of gas right now. He just doesn't have a big economy. Ooh, but Oreo is losing a lot trying to go for these rotations. It just is not working.
Yeah, he needs to calm down. It is what he needs to do.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, because he knew how close he was to ending the game earlier, he made a lot of roaches. The time for roaches has come and gone. It's a lot of dead supply right now, and it's eating into his army. It means that he has less lurkers to work with. He has less Vipers to work with as well. Like, over time, he has to get rid of these.
Yeah, and he's definitely trying to. Well, no, actually, Demi's trying to. But Oreo's trying to get rid of his own roaches as well.
Yeah, that he is. We do see Demi trying to sneak out an expansion. Oreo is triple expanding.
Wait, what?
Taking every base that he can.
Might as well. He knows he has a map advantage. He knows that Demi is pretty much contained to these 4 bases. What can Demi really do to try to harass Oreo right now? He doesn't have a Spire. He was sending out a couple of roaches earlier on to try to get rid of that supply, but now he doesn't have them.
Yeah, I
He
can't.
needs all of his units back home.
Not gonna lie, I kind of wish that Oreo did F2 just so that these mutas would die.
Yeah.
So just so we can have a little bit more supply for our lurkers and Vipers, because that is really what the game is all about right now. Again, literally every base is being taken by Oreo. Jesus.
Why the hell not?
Because why the hell not? There we go. He's even killing his own roaches right now just so he can refine his army. And Demi, this is a great way to come back.
It is a fantastic way to come back. He knows that he doesn't have to worry about the Mutalists anymore. They pretty much parked in a corner of the map, kind of like a Liberator. So he can't sneak out an Overlord. He does have an Overseer in the Watchtower in the south. Actually, no, that's a drone.
Yeah, he has a random drone down here, which is a great way to break out. We do see his Hydras are moving out towards the top left as well. So Demi's going to have some options. At the same time, Oreo is of like mind as he also goes for a Nidus.
Huh. And you know what? I'm just looking at these Mutalists set in the back of Demi's Natural Light.
True. Oh, we could
way in.
Yeah, we could see a Nidus straight into main base. You'd love to see it. At the same time, Demi is clearing out whatever he can, getting whatever Overlords he can. This is an expensive run by force, but it looks like Demi's being very conservative with it. He will pull back to his main bases.
Yeah, nice use of the Lurkers here from Oreo. Just preventing another base being taken here for Demi.
Yes, he is. Nidus just now finishing up. 3-3 just finishes up as well. So Oreo now has an upgrade advantage. For a while he was behind, but he has caught up and exceeded Demi. And there it is. There's the Nidus.
You love to see it. A couple of Hydras now being sent home to deal with it. Is it going to be enough? It will, evidently.
Evidently it will. Again, it looks like because of these bases, Demi. Oh my god!
Whoa!
With a little bit of his control, loses 2 Vipers for free.
And also high energy Vipers too.
Yeah.
Such gas intensive units.
They really are. Meanwhile, the mutants are going in. Thankfully, Oreo is now getting rid of them. And it looks like Demi's going for a base trade. He's completely avoiding the army of Oreo, and he's sending everything across the map.
I'll be real honest, I don't think Oreo can win this base trade.
Yes.
Not unless he goes all the way home.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Especially
rather, not if he goes home with everything.
Yeah, Demi, he left some of these lurkers back at home to defend. Oreo loses the base and his entire mineral line at that. There are no Vipers with this army, though, so Oreo can take a fight. And it looks like Demi knows that, so he turns around and he comes back home.
Nazanitis being set up this time. Okay, there are still units in position.
Yeah, there are units in position here, but you know what? These lurkers are looking exposed, and Oreo's coming in.
Blinding clouds on just about every single lurker that got clumped up. He borrows his own lurkers. There are blinding clouds going down everywhere, but it looks like Demi has too much damage with this army.
Yeah, Oreo, unfortunately, even though that was a really important moment, Oreo actually had a lot of his army in the Nidus. Like, he had a lot of his army back at home instead, so he didn't have all the supply that he needed, and now he has no lurkers left.
Yeah, a couple of yoinks being thrown down here. Demi gonna be canceling out a couple of these Vipers before they can really get any utility in this fight. Oreo just spent his entire bank. He's broke all Yaz's, all he's got, and I'm not entirely convinced he can make something out of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, even though Oreo had all these bases, he doesn't have any mining. He doesn't have any drones here to saturate any of these hatcheries, so Oreo is up against the wall right now. Demi, he just had to turtle on 4 bases, break out, and he just has been able to just trade better in every which way. 2 more lurkers go down.
This is the magic of Data C, everyone. Just gotta be patient, you just gotta turtle, and you can break out.
Yeah, exactly. Oreo was so close yet so far. He doesn't have any Vipers. Without Vipers, you can't really break this location. It is nigh impossible. And there we go. We have 1 Viper on the way, but Oreo just doesn't have enough gas.
Yeah, slowly trying to build that back up. All of the bases that Oreo took earlier on are now being completely obliterated, so as are his lurkers.
Yeah, exactly. He just doesn't have enough. He's going to try and go for a surround, but I don't think he even has enough supply for a surround. Demi comes back here home, and the lurkers, they're just standing so strong.
Yeah, finally they're starting to fall, but here come the Hydralisk reinforcements from Demi. And it looks like Oreo has bled out way too much this game.
Yeah, exactly. For so long, he had the control here, but slipped up a little bit too much in the end. Maybe was overconfident as well. He pulled the trigger too soon in the middle of the map, and things snowballed very quickly after that.
GG is called, and Demi will be tying up our series sideways 1-1.
GG, well played. Again, that is the power of Data C, as you were saying, not just in ZvZ, but in a lot of matchups, it is very easy to just turtle up, wall up on 4 bases, and just wait until you're maxed. It is a very powerful map to try and do that on.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Oreo was in control for the vast majority of that game, but here's the thing. Demi was more than willing to give Oreo that control.
Yeah.
He knew what his win condition was. He was like, okay, I don't need to push out at any point in this map, or at any point, I just need to make sure you come into me, and then I can win.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Exactly. It's one of those things where, you know, Demi, he just had to defend, and that's exactly what he did, and he just had to trade a little bit better, or you're, you know, overextending a couple of times here and there, and now we are going into the ace match, game 3 between these 2 Zerg players.
Yeah, who's it going to be? Who is going down to the lower bracket? And who is going to move on to face Zane, who's been waiting a long time here for his first opponent.
He really has. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he's even watching the stream right now. So hopefully he is enjoying himself as much as a Protoss can enjoy a ZvZ.
Yeah.
Look,
the third player is guaranteed to lose that one.
True. The other scary thing is game number 1 was on Singapore, so Demi had that ping advantage. Game number 2 was on Australia, where Oreo had the advantage. Now we're going back to Singapore.
So what you're saying is the player with the ping advantage is the player who will lose.
True, apparently. Oh god, but I do think that is what led towards Oreo going all in the way that he did in game number 1. Game number 3, I have to wonder what the plan is, especially on Waterfall, you know, the smallest map in the map pool.
I'm imagining... No, wait, there are no tanks in this matchup.
Oh god.
I'm imagining a lot more roaches coming down here.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. At the moment, the players are just setting up their VPN, so they are prepared for their matches. Oh boy, and yeah, I'm a little bit nervous here, especially because there is a double elimination bracket, but I think you need to make it to round 2 to actually make it to the double elimination bracket. You can see.
Wait.
You can see on the bracket itself.
So.
Yeah, you can see on the bracket itself it says not played for the first round of the lower bracket. Yep. There's a cutoff.
Oh, wait. How's that? Wait.
So,
okay, wait. So loser of 5. So, okay, so right. I'm looking at Dash in the lower bracket right now. He plays the It says not played, but if it were to be played, he would play either Piglet or Pez. So let's say Piglet. If Piglet goes down there, then he gets a walkover over Dash?
Yeah, I believe walkovers.
I think that's how that works.
Yeah, walkovers are given. Yeah.
Oh. This is a much rougher first match than I imagined. One of these two players
is eliminated. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Damn.
Oh god.
The more you learn.
Smooge, Bobby, smooge. Oh god.
Dang.
Just
getting the cope.
The cope is real in the in-game lobby chat. Yeah, you gotta answer that, Yaku. And welcome back, everyone. We apologize for the extended break. 2.5 duct tapes. It took 2.5 duct tapes, but Demi has returned.
I like how that's our unit of measurement here.
It is.
For time.
Yeah. Duct tape is 5 minutes.
Duct tape, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Exactly. So it was 12 minutes. Math. Anyway, we are done with that. We are going to be jumping on in to our ace match. To our ace match here on Waterfall. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, sweating all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We, of course, have our red Zerg player coming out from the land of Brisbane. He's, of course, going to be representing our very own team, the CranKy Ducklings. He is Oreo.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Waterfall, we have the Indian Zerg player going for the 12 pool once again this series, representing Alpha X. It is Demi. Oh, how does he know?
He knows.
He knows. To be fair, Oreo's been doing this every game.
Yes, yeah. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe this is just his go-to. No, he knows.
Maybe he doesn't know.
No, I'm pretty sure he knows.
Yeah, and again, this makes a lot of sense, especially on Waterfall, right, Yaku? You know, this is a very small map. The likelihood of Demi being aggressive here is pretty high.
Yeah, you might as well take advantage of that. Waterfall, I believe, has the second shortest rush distance in the current map pool. Number one, of course, being Moondance.
Yep. Yeah, you are correct with that. But Demi's going for a different variant of 12 pool, by the way. This is a straight up 12 pool, then hatchery, droning and then hatchery. There is no early gas like he did last time, so there's no early link speed. It is a lot more standard here in variation.
Yeah, he's a little bit more committed here to his links, but at the same time, he is still going to be... I mean, it's funny. He's going to be more economic in a sense because he's going to be joining up earlier. But he also needs to, make sure that he doesn't squander these links he made early on.
Ooh, exactly. A couple of boys are being pulled as well from Oreo just to make sure that he is going to be able to overwhelm these things, and he does. Already looking at the units lost, have 2 Lings going down to the 1 of Oreo. Demi does reinforce, though. He has a couple more Lings. Oh.
And he does get a decent concave, but the Queen of Oreo pops out just in time. He will be able to chase us back.
Yeah, exactly. And after all said and done, we are now equal in workers. Ooh, Oreo goes a little bit too far with this Overlord, and he will be supplyable for a moment here, losing it.
Or will he? Yeah, that's the math.
Oh, that is math. So not the best time here for Oreo, forced to remake that Overlord. So Demi coming out in slightly ahead here. Oreo follows this up with Link Speed though, as it is on the way already, and Oreo is not droning. Uh-oh.
Oh no, Ling Speed, yep, just about halfway done, and 12 Lings are now on the way for Oreo. Yes, enough.
Yeah, I could be mistaken, but I think I would have to look at the replay to confirm, but I think Oreo did the David special, mate. Mighty Kiwi, quite often he goes pool, gas, and then hatch just for this, so he can defend against the 12 pool and immediately counterattack with Link Speed. Oh, God.
Oh, it's looking mighty like Kiwi right now, as Demi does scout the mass of Lings coming his way. Very quickly going to be walling this off, but they're already halfway across the map. It's still possible for Oreo to just bust on through.
Yeah, but I'm sure Oreo wanted to run across the map when Link Speed finished, so he was forced to show his hand a little bit early because of that scout from Demi, so very nicely done. You see the wall is a wall. Oreo's going to try his hardest here to try and bust it down.
And I'm not entirely convinced he's going to be able to. I mean, the Queens have very low energy, so they can't quite transfuse. One of these Evo chambers is getting very, very low, but look at all of these Lings being made here for Demi. Oreo continuing to parade push whatever Lings he can. It's avoiding these Banelings. No, not Banelings. What are they called? Lings thingies. Brute Lings. There we go. While he can. Very good body blocking here from Demi's Lings.
Up!
But Oreo's able to slip on in. He gets a little bit of a surround here on Demi.
Yeah, exactly. Oreo needs to trade as best he can. He is droning up behind this. He did force Demi to complete all of these Evo chambers. 5, 6 Evo chambers in total. So that is something, but Oreo has a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, and GG gets called. Demi takes the series.
Very well scouted and very well played here by Demi. He knew what his link condition was in this ace match, and just like that, was able to take the victory very, very narrowly against Oreo here.
Yeah.
So unfortunate that Oreo unfortunately will not be able to play in that lower bracket. But congratulations once again to Demi to move forward to face Zane now in his EVP.
Yeah, a little bit smudged there, you know. Oreo did really well. There's a universe out there where Oreo 2-0'd, you know. He was so far ahead in game number 2, and he could have gone the distance there. But alas, a little bit too many mistakes. And to be fair, that's what happens when you're out of practice, you know. He said it himself. Yeah. Oreo was like, you know, that was my first late game ZvZ in 4 months. I'm proud of myself, you know. Like, he is quite rusty at the moment, and yeah, it's hard to have high expectations when you're coming in like that.
Yeah, he did say that he's proud of himself, and he definitely should be. Again, I don't know how many times you can reiterate this, but yeah, Oreo is rusty and coming out of practice. Glad to see him playing in WTL a couple of times earlier, so hopefully that does give him a little bit more. Motivation, you know, if his schedule allows him to continue to practice. And who knows, ANZ Champs 2023. You see Oreo.
There you go. I mean, Oreo is going to be playing in Vegas Land. I believe that's what it's called, in December. So
did we finally get the name of that?
There you go, yeah.
The details coming out. There we go.
There you go. So there is a LAN in Brisbane, and Oreo will be there. So yeah, he will be practicing, preparing for that, and I'm sure this is a part of that as well. You know, whatever experience you can get, especially in this ZvZ matchup or in this kind of format. So yeah, there's still plenty of events to come here for Oreo, plenty of chances to see him. Just an unfortunate way to go out here, especially after waiting so long for the ace match. I know that probably did tilt him a little bit as well.
That's why he wanted to end the game so early.
Yeah, I'm sure. And now Demi moves on to the next round to face Zane.